Hey, what's up, guys? This is Hairy Tornado. I've been gone for like a week. Do you remember me? I think I lost one subscriber. I was gone for a week and I lost one subscriber. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Anyway, what's up, guys? Josh here, also known as Hairy Tornado, coming at you today with a fresh video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the 5 things I'm going to be doing to improve my reselling business. Just things that I feel like I'm struggling with personally, like I'm not where I want to be. So I just want to share these with you guys. Maybe you guys have the same struggles. Maybe you have some tips for me to improve these areas. I don't know. That's why I'm making the video. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. And I guess that's it. LaCroix! It doesn't work the same as G Fuel. It's still good though. So again, guys, these are gonna be 5 things that I wanna do to improve my reselling business. 5 things that I don't feel like I'm up to par on, at least mentally. I just want my reselling business to improve and become more stable and more developed. And I feel like these 5 things are gonna help me do that. So, number 1 is gonna be listing more often. I know every other reseller talks about this, but I really wanna focus on this. Right now, my goal is to list like 1 item a day or so, but I really wanna jack that up. I'm just not happy with the amount of listing I'm doing right now. I'm not happy with my death pile and the amount of things I have in that. So I wanna really crank these numbers up. I wanna start listing 5 to 10 items per day, at least until I get rid of my death pile entirely. And that's like part 1B of this. I wanna get rid of my death pile. Like, I think I have maybe about 150 items total in my death pile, like clothes and hard goods. So if I stop sourcing completely and start listing 10 of those items per day, I'll be done in about 2 weeks, 15 days or so. And once I get rid of my death pile, I wanna keep it from accumulating again. So anytime I source new goods, I wanna have those photographed, listed, and stored away within 24 hours after I buy them. That's my first goal. I'm sure you guys have a similar goal. It's a very common one with resellers, but that's just gonna be the first thing I wanna focus on, is just listing more often. Number 2 is gonna be sourcing smarter. I feel like I'm struggling with this mainly because of the Goodwill bins. I'll go to the bins and buy something for 25 cents or 50 cents, and then I sell it for $10 or $12. And while this is really good ROI, it's a lot of work sometimes, depending on the item, for not that much money in actual profit. So I wanna focus on maybe increasing my ASP. I think my ASP right now is like $18 or so. It's pretty low. So I wanna get that up to maybe $25, $30 and just focus on finding higher quality items that are gonna bring a higher sales price. Again, the smaller bins items, they're fun and I love, there's nothing wrong with turning 10 or 25 cents into $10 or $20. And I'm probably still gonna do that a little bit, but I don't wanna focus on the bins so much. I wanna focus on like I said, those higher quality items that are gonna bring a higher sales price. Another way I'm gonna focus on sourcing smarter is by trying to develop relationships with suppliers, whether this be managers of thrift stores that I have an agreement with. I talk to the Salvation Army manager and tell her what kind of shoes I look for, and when they get them in, they kind of save them for me because I know that they know that I'm gonna pay full price for them. I think this is gonna be pretty difficult. I don't really know exactly how I'm gonna go about doing it, but that's gonna be one of the things I'm gonna be focusing on in my reselling business in the next coming months. And then the third step of sourcing smarter is gonna be looking for replenishables. In the back of my mind, I've always really been looking for them, but I haven't really been actively searching. Finding a good replenishable that yields a good profit margin for you and is easily obtainable is pretty difficult, I feel like. So I want to focus a little bit more of my time on maybe doing some online research and trying to find a good solid replenishable that I could maybe send into Amazon FBA or even on eBay and just incorporate 1 or 2 good replenishables into my reselling business. Number 3 is gonna be keep better records. I recently signed up for GoDaddy bookkeeping on a recommendation from Rally Roots, and I really love it. You can hook up your eBay account and your Amazon account to it and your PayPal account, really. It gives you a whole profit and loss statement. It's really easy to keep up with. I like it a little bit better than QuickBooks. I was using QuickBooks before. Even with all the bookkeeping software, you still have to keep up with stuff on paper sometimes. Now, I'm not a person to keep up with each individual transaction and every single item I buy, but I do want to start keeping better records, really for 3 reasons. Number 1 is just so I can visually see my profits. Right now, like, I kind of have an idea of how much money I make per item. I'll sell something and I'll know, like, I sold like this Cartoon Network mug today. I know I bought that for $1.50 at Goodwill. I sold it for $18 with free shipping. So I know I'm probably gonna make like $7 in profit or so. So I have an idea of the money that I'm making, but I really wanna keep a better track of it. So I know it on paper. If somebody asks me like, hey, what kind of profit margin are you working with? What's your profit and loss statement? I wanna be able to know that stuff. I wanna have that at my fingertips. So keeping better records really makes that, I feel like when that information is so accessible to you, it makes it easier to stay on track and see like, oh, your expenses are kind of creeping up this month. You may wanna, cut those down a little bit, or maybe you're sourcing too much this month. It'll help me keep things in line and just really make me a better business owner. Second reason you want to keep better records is to just make it easier during tax time. If you go to your tax accountant to file taxes and you just have some receipts and like a mental knowledge of the stuff you bought and how much you paid for it, it's not really going to be beneficial to you. So keeping better records is going to make it way, way, way easier for you come tax time. And the third reason I want to keep better records is to make it easier to scale my business. When you develop a system of bookkeeping and get those gears going and get everything flowing like it should, if you ever want to scale in the future, it's going to make it a lot easier, at least financially. The pro tip here, if you're a really small reseller and you don't want to invest, I think GoDaddy bookkeeping is like $10 a month if you pay yearly. But if you don't want to invest in a full bookkeeping software system, there's an app called Mint. It's like a budget app, but you can hook up your PayPal account to your Mint account. Mint is totally free. Mint is not a bookkeeping app, but it does like separate your transactions into categories. So here, I'll show you on my Mint. I'll show you my Mint app here. And I'll show you the real numbers. I don't even care. I ain't got nothing to hide. Mint app. It'll give you your monthly summary. Once you link your PayPal account up to Mint, on the homepage here, you go down to cash flow. It'll give you a monthly summary of everything. At the bottom, it'll say income, which will be all of the money you made from eBay, your gross sales. For me, it's $327.07 for the month of June. Your fees and charges are going to be just your PayPal fees. At least that's how I have mine set up. So it gives you all your PayPal fees for the month of June. Shopping is going to be sourcing. You can count this as cost of goods sold once the item sells, or I don't want to get into too much accounting, but sourcing, it just keeps up with all the money you spend on new items. If you want to get cash out of your PayPal account to use at your yard sales or something, it'll still show up as cash withdrawal, and you can put a note on there that says, got $100 in cash to spend at yard sales, spend all of it. And then business services at the top is going to be all of your shipping and your eBay fees for the month. You can print off these. You can go online and print off your monthly statement every month. And so it'll give you a total. Like this month you spent, $400 on PayPal fees. You spent $1,700 sourcing, and you spent $750 on shipping and eBay fees. So, and it also gives you your total income for the month. So again, it's not a bookkeeping app, but it does really, really help you if you're just a small reseller. Maybe you sell $8,000 to $10,000 worth of items per year. Mint will be a really good way for you to keep up with that, just to kind of make things easier for you. And again, it's a free app, so try it out. If you're a bigger reseller or you just want to have a bookkeeping software, I would really recommend GoDaddy Bookkeeping. It is rather expensive. I think the full price is like $130 a year or $120 a year or something like that. But when you go to checkout, if you download the Honey extension, Honey is like the Google Chrome extension that like searches the web for promo codes when you buy items. I used that extension when I bought GoDaddy Bookkeeping, and the total went from like $125 a year all the way down to like $85 a year. So definitely recommend that Honey extension as well. Maybe I'll put a link to it in the description. Okay, number 3. That took forever. So sorry that took so long. Moving on to number 4. Number 4 is kind of related to reselling. I feel like it is, but I just want to be healthier physically. I feel like being an entrepreneur and running your own small business is difficult enough as it is. And if you add on to that not being in the tip-top physical condition, in the best physical condition that you can be, it really just makes it unnecessarily hard for you. So I want to focus on, dropping a little bit of weight, just becoming more healthy. And I think in return, it'll give me more energy and give me more clarity and the ability to make better business decisions. And I think it'll make me more confident. And I feel like I'm maybe overconfident at some points in my life. But I feel like just being healthier and being more fit will just make me a better business owner and a better human being, I guess. I don't know, at least I'll be skinnier. And then finally, number 5 is going to be becoming more efficient. This is going to be just across the whole spectrum, everything to do with reselling, becoming more efficient at listing, at sourcing, at shipping, just becoming faster and better. With listing, I started to batch my photography. I used to do one item at a time. I would take an item, clean it, photograph it, describe it, list it, pack it away, and then move on to the next item. And it turns out not to be the best method for me. I recently started doing batch photography where I would take 10, 12, maybe 15 items, photograph them all, put them in a tub, and then when I have free time, sitting on the couch at night watching TV or pooping, if you're pooping, you could be listing. Hello, wasting time. Of course, laying in bed at night, instead of playing some dumb game on my phone, I'll just go through my pictures and start listing stuff. So I really want to just start taking more advantage of my small amounts of free time here and there and really help with reaching that goal of listing 10 to 15 items per day, becoming more efficient and becoming just a better reseller. I was watching Chris the other day, Daily Refinement on YouTube. He was saying that his goal is to be able to photograph, describe, list, and pack away 5 items per hour. And I feel like that would be pretty good. That's pretty good for really anybody. Depending on the item, some items are much easier to photograph and list than others. But generally speaking, if I can start from 0 and have 5 items per hour completely photographed, list, described, and packed away, that would be really good for me and much better than I'm doing now. So that just, if you guys haven't heard of his channel, please go check him out. He has just an amazing wealth of information. He's doing almost like daily vlogs now, and I'm telling you, you can learn more from this guy's vlogs than any book about reselling. He is the go-to person for eBay and reselling knowledge. Definitely check him out. I'll leave his channel in the description. So those are the 5 things that I'm going to be working on to improve my reselling business. If you guys liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you guys have any tips for me of how to improve these categories, or if you're struggling with something similar, let me know about it. Drop a comment down below and just spill your guts. Let me know what you're struggling with. Maybe we can help each other out. Let me know if you can help me out. If you have any cool tips to, help with listing or shipping or anything like that. One of my favorite things about the reselling community is that everybody is so quick to help each other. I'm part of the Facebook group This Week in Reselling with Garage Flips and Cincinnati Picker. And anytime somebody posts a question in there, within like 30 seconds, there's somebody with a really good answer. I love the whole community aspect of this reselling niche on YouTube. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I will see you on the next one.